Yo, what is up, guys? How you guys been?
10 years old. This happened when I went to my stepbrother who lives overseas. I was staying there for a week, and one day I went to a local market with my sister-in-law, her daughter, and my mom to buy groceries. After we bought some vegetables, my mom and my sister-in-law wanted to get some bowls and cups. But I didn't really care about it because I just wanted to go home already. I was tired of walking. As we were walking to another shop, a guy who looked to be in his 40s or 50s came up to me and gave me a flower. To be honest, he looked kind of innocent at first.
Oh, heck
I
no.
didn't think that my mom or the others noticed what happened because they just entered the shop. Well, now I feel like I should tell you the fact that I look older than I actually am. Because of the way I dress, some people think that I'm 16 or 17. Anyway, I will go back to the story. When he gave me a flower, I was a bit surprised, but just thanked him for it. And before I turned to go,
He's so
he then
big.
asked me if he could give a hug. I got a little scared because I always see lots of stuff on the internet, so I knew that I shouldn't let him hug me. I tried to give him his flower back, and I kept telling him that no, I'm not really comfortable with hugging strangers. But he kept insisting that he wanted to hug me, and I refused again and again. After he understood that he is not allowed to hug me, he seemed to have given up. So I thought it was over and turned around. Then all of a sudden he grabbed me and tried to kiss the back of my hand. I immediately pulled my hand away, and at that point I was scared but really angry too. I knew that my mom was in the shop, but the road was quiet, so this situation was enough to make me afraid. After I pulled my hand away, he seemed surprised, like I did something wrong to him. Then he asked me if we could get married. I was asking myself if he was joking or something. I refused it, of course, but then he asked if
My
he
guy's
could
so
have
fat.
children with me. When I looked up at him, he was smiling and looked happy. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I was literally shaking. At that moment, a miracle happened. I'm not sure if he saw another girl or he just realized there was no point in trying anymore, but anyway, he said, "All right, have a good day," and walked to the other side of the road. I was relieved that he gave up, so I rushed into the store. I got next to my mom, but said nothing. And on our way to the car, I threw the flower away, feeling disgusted. I could come back home, and I felt thankful that I would be here with my family. After that, whenever I go outside, I always beware of everything and never receive any stuff from strangers.
The creepy pizza delivery guy.
My name is Chad, and this story took place when I was about 12. I was at home with my mom since my dad was going to be out all night. 3 of my best friends came to my house for a sleepover party.
Okay, no.
We sat in my room playing PlayStation,
PS3.
watching TV.
PS3's
Soon,
right there.
we noticed it was getting pretty dark
Y'all
outside.
get it.
Mom ordered pizza for dinner, so when the doorbell rang, we knew that the pizza had arrived.
Pizza sounds good.
When my mom opened the door,
I'm eating breakfast.
my friends and I were
Breakfast
just
for
right
dinner.
next to her because we were
Sausage.
pretty hungry at that time. So we waited for her to
Eggs,
take her
period.
money out and pay for it. The pizza delivery guy seemed like he was in his mid-50s and looked pretty old. While my mother was taking her money out, he looked at us. And all of a sudden, a creepy grin appeared on his face. And
Goofy.
his eyes were wide open. It was kind of weird, but we just laughed it off as we didn't think much of it. My mom handed him the money, the pizza guy gave us the pizza, and then left. We took the pizza into my room and watched Netflix while we were eating it. A few hours passed, and my mom came up to our room and said, "It's time for you guys to go to bed. If you need anything, just let me know." My friends brought
Bruh.
sleeping bags from their home, so we all got ready to go to bed and lied down. I turned the lights off and went into my bed. We talked to each other for about 45 minutes until it was around 11:45, close to midnight. And
Bro,
we
who has a
eventually got
sleepover and
tired
goes to
of
bed at that?
it. We closed our eyes, not saying a word to
Fine.
one another.
Come on now.
Later that night, I heard rustling coming from the backyard. It sounded like someone was walking on a pile of leaves. At first, I thought it was a cat walking around looking for food, as they usually do. However, the next thing I heard was a loud thump. It sounded a lot closer, and like it was hitting my wall. At that time, we already all got up from our spot and heard it. We were so scared to look outside through the window and check what was
Four
going
of you guys,
on.
come on now.
Then, we saw a hand on the window, lifting it up much higher. We all screamed with fear, and the guy still tried to crawl in. But one of my friends thought much faster. He locked the window, and we all ran out of my room. Then, our house security alarm started going off like crazy. My mom, who was sleeping in her bedroom, came out, turned it off, and asked what was going on. We explained what just happened and looked at the cameras, which were set up outside of our house. There was a guy quietly trying to come down a ladder. I realized the thump on the wall we heard was a ladder. Mom quickly got out her phone and called the police. We locked all of the doors and came back to the monitors to look at the cameras. And we saw the man opened our backyard shed and hid in there. In just a few minutes, the police were already arrived. 3 officers went outside searching for the man, while we gave information to the other officer.
It's in
We
your
told him that we
shed.
saw the man going into the shed out in our backyard. One of the police was holding a gun, and the other 2 were approaching closer to the shed. In the blink of an eye, they had entered the shed, found him in the shed hiding, put him in handcuffs to arrest him. They brought him out front and put him in the back of a police car. That time, lots of people heard the noise, came outside to see what was going on. And surprisingly, the cops found some things like a knife, hammer, and other from his pocket. As he was in the back seat of the car, he looked at us and gave us a creepy grin with wide eyes. At first, I couldn't see his face clearly, but when I concentrated on focusing it more visibly, I was shocked. It was the pizza delivery guy. After that, the police handled the situation, so we could go back to sleep again that night. I don't know what this guy would have done to us if he had successfully got inside.
Let me tell you one thing he would have
Hey.
done.
Raped you in your butt.
Anyways,
I just created a professional Wix site for my business. Let's check it out. Go to
let's
Wix.com.
check it out. Come on, guys.
There are hundreds.
True horror story, sleep paralysis story.
My name is Drian. Sleep paralysis
Adrian?
happened to me very often until I turned 22. The first occurrence was when I was 12. It was summer break time, so we were having a sleepover at my aunt's house for a week. All my other cousins around my age were also there, so I was really excited during that time. One night, all of my cousins and the adults in the house were asleep. I was the only one still awake, playing games on my cousin's laptop. I was not scared at all staying up that late, because my other young cousins were in the same room as me. After I finished playing games, I went to bed around 2 or 3 a.m.
Playing
I
Fortnite.
passed out quickly. Then, I woke up by something that I didn't know, and I couldn't move my body.
Hug your goddamn
I could only
cousin.
see my surrounding area and my other cousins asleep.
Close your
I
eyes.
panicked and struggled to move.
Your eyes are
Finally,
closed.
I was able to wake myself up, so I got up and immediately ran to my aunt's room. It was the first time I had experienced that kind of situation, so I was crying a lot. She comforted me and let me stay with her until morning. That morning, I did some research on what it was and realized that it was sleep paralysis. Well, they said it happened to many people, so I just thought it was a normal occurrence. Weeks, months, and years passed. It still happened to me. But I was not scared of it anymore because I got used to it. I already knew what to do when it happened to me. A few years later, my parents left the house to work overseas.
Oh
It
heck
was just
no.
me, my younger
My
brother,
guy's
and
12.
my older male cousin in our house.
She was talking about some.
One afternoon, it was our grandmother's birthday. I was tired of playing computer game tournaments online all night and needed some
Fortnite.
sleep.
Playing
So I
Fortnite
decided that
tournaments.
I wouldn't go with them. I told them that I would catch up with them in the evening. I went to bed, and again, sleep paralysis occurred. It really pissed me off because I needed some rest so I could go to the birthday party and not look tired. I couldn't move my body but could still see the
Your
surrounding
eyes are
area.
closed.
But then, something was different.
Your butthole was
There she
open.
was. I saw the silhouette of a woman.
Your butthole was
She was wearing
open.
a black dress.
Your butthole
I
was
couldn't
open.
tell
Your
if she
butthole was
wearing
open
a
like
veil
this.
Or it was just her long hair that almost
Like I
covered her
swear
face.
your butthole was open,
And
bro.
furthermore,
Your butthole
I
was
couldn't completely
actually
see her
open.
face
Like I
because it
swear
was
to God,
all blurry.
her butthole was
I
open,
was so
wide
so
open.
scared. What was going on here? She
Oh,
was
now
just
her eyes are
standing
open.
by the door looking at me as I struggled to wake myself up. She looked like she was smiling, and all of a sudden she
In my
jumped
butt.
towards me and grabbed me. She was trying to get inside my body. I resisted
that
and
face right there?
struggled, but couldn't scream at all. After some struggling, I was able to push her back and woke myself up. I screamed and was really scared, so I left the house and went to the birthday party. All my
Shut up,
cousins
my ass.
asked me what happened, and I explained it to them. They gave me some advice to just pray before I go to bed. So I took their advice and prayed, but it didn't work at all. It was really scary because it was the first time that I saw someone or something. 2 years later, me and my brother moved to Italy with my parents, and
And
we
your butt
shared
cheeks
the
were
same
open.
room. And one night, I went to sleep, but my brother was still awake, playing computer games. Again, I saw the same dark figure of a woman from back in our
Oh
old
my
house. She was at my
God.
feet, grabbing my legs, trying to pull me down. I tried to
Wow,
struggle
your
and
brother.
really wanted to scream for help to my brother, but I couldn't do it. I could see my brother looking at me with a confused face. He thought that maybe I was just dreaming and talking in my sleep. The idiot even laughed at me. I was just trying to resist and not get pulled by
her.
the dark-figured woman, and after some struggling, I was able to wake myself up. But this time, I still saw the dark-figured woman, but my brother couldn't. I pointed my finger at it, but my brother still didn't see anything. He just said there was nobody there. And seconds or minutes later, it slowly faded. I told
Just like my
mother
balls.
about it,
No, I was
and she
kidding.
didn't really believe me and even told me that it was because I didn't go
And
to
slowly
church
faded.
and pray. Another night, sleep paralysis occurred again, and I saw this woman again. She was really close
She wants
to
you.
me.
She wants
I
a
still
kiss.
couldn't see her face.
Just
It was all black and blurry. And this time, she literally talked to me. She whispered into my ear, "I will give you anything you want. Money, fame, glory. All you need to do is let me in." I told her, "No, please leave me alone," and woke myself up again.
like that.
That was the last time I saw her. That was in 2017, and now it's 2019.
It's 2020.
I'm
Spit.
22 now. I'm not scared of sleep paralysis, but the only thing is, I'm just scared of that dark-figured woman.
Oh, getting your butt cheeks open. One of those. Well, if you guys enjoyed that, my heart almost came out, especially on that last one. She was talking about some. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, please like and comment and subscribe. And if y'all want me to do more of these scary reactions, like the video and comment yes, or just comment post more, and I will. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.